everyone you are working with had to start knowing nothing. Those worth listening to and sticking with will know this and give you the space to grow. Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to Spaceforedit. On this channel we usually talk about all the things that they don't teach you in design school but you need to know in the real world. But today I wanted to get nice and cozy and chilled and relaxed and probably talk about the things that they don't teach you anywhere, unless you have very conscious parents and they have taught you this and talked about this at home, or whether maybe you were lucky and you had some teachers in school that talked about all of these things, and then you probably don't know this and you've had to go through life and figure it out on your own. So basically what I wanted to do today is get comfortable and just look back all the things that I've learned so far about life, about the way that my career is going, and just in general about design industry. And just reflect on those lessons that I've learned and hopefully inspire you, or just give you a little tap on your shoulder and give you reassurance that you are not alone in this. We are all going through life learning how to manage it. Adulting is hard and no one prepares you. Stuff like this should be talked about in schools, and it should be made like the normal conversation, preparation for the real world and what it actually is like. So I have a few things written down. I don't really know how this video is gonna go, where we are going to end up with all of this, but I've noted down some of the lessons that I've learned and some of the things that I would tell my younger self, questions that I would ask my younger self to maybe start thinking about it years ago when I kind of first started my journey in design, and just insert some of my thoughts, why I have come to these questions, these conclusions, how I learned these lessons. So this is what we're doing today. If you are up for it, grab a cup of coffee or tea, whatever you're sipping on, and get comfortable. Let's reflect. So these are not going to be in any particular order. You know, it's not because I'm talking about something first that it's the most important lesson or question learned, but let's just go through it, shall we? Let's just go through it. Okay, so the first thing I've noted is one question, and that is, where do you see yourself in 10 years time? And how do you want to get there? Now when I'm sitting here, the person that I am today, I know how important it is for my personality type to have a plan and to have a clear vision. I know how much clarity that brings to me, and that vision really drives me forward and gives me the inspiration to do everything that I do. And I feel like back when I first started, or when I even, did my first year in college studying interior design, I didn't really have like a proper plan. I kind of just thought, oh yeah, this sounds fun, this sounds cool, there might be some money in it and it's creative, so I'll just do that. But at the same time, I didn't really think any further than that. Now as it stands, I don't have like a 10-year plan, or I don't have a 5-year plan, but I do have a vision, and I kind of like know what I need to do to get to the point where I want to be. So yeah, I would just ask myself this question, and hopefully the younger self will start thinking about it a lot sooner than I eventually ended up thinking about it. And to kind of contradict the first point, the next one is, it is absolutely normal to have a plan and change it along the way. The world is constantly changing, and that's the exciting part. So even though I've just told you, or I've just told my younger self to think about her 10-year plan, at the same time, to keep it nice and balanced, you have to be able to pivot, to adapt, to change, to innovate on the spot, and not feel like you are kind of like tied to this one goal and this one trajectory that your life is supposed to go. Life is ever changing, it's changing constantly, and that is the exciting part. There's constantly new things coming and going, and I don't know, like for me, that is the exciting part. Change is hard, And I'm definitely one of the people who need to adapt to change and need some time to kind of zone in on the new situation. But at the same time, it's exciting and you never get bored. And there's always new possibilities and new opportunities that you can, take on. I think my younger self would really appreciate that advice, because what I have learned along the way is that you really need to let go, and sometimes there is a season in your life where you just have to go with the flow. There is a season where you are go, 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 let's make this happen. But at the same time, sometimes you just need to let go and let the universe do its thing and let the things kind of fall into place. So the next thing on the list is don't be afraid to be wrong, mess up, fail, have doubts. It is all part of your growth and necessary to level up as a designer and a person. Oh, this is a good one. I think that now, these days, maybe with the content that is out there and the content on social media, a lot more people talk about failure, and business owners, entrepreneurs are a lot more open about it. There's books out there that you can read about failure and how it is a part of life. But I feel like at some point in our lives, we are taught to always strive for perfection and always strive for the best marks and the top results and the best that we can do, which is great. We need that definitely to keep us on our toes. But at the same time, it gives you that, it's never enough. It's never right. And if I do wrong, if I fail, if I don't hit the spot, then I'm not worthy of these things. And I think it was back when I was a little girl or when I was growing up, and I would do something like a test in school and it wouldn't be like the top marks. My mum would always ask me, well, why didn't you have the next top mark? Or why, if it was a 9, why it was not a 10? And I was just kind of always striving to be like perfect and great and just do my best, which I would not take away from myself. Like, I think that is a big part of why I am how I am. But at the same time, it is okay to not be great and it's okay to fail, because you're gonna learn so much from it. That is another thing that I've learned over whatever last 10, 15 years, is that from failure, you learn everything. You know how to do better next time and you know what not to do. But when you are winning, when you are successful and you're doing great, yeah, you get like that instant feedback, oh, you're doing great. But what is that really giving to you for the next challenge or for future? So it's obviously great to have your wins and your losses all in balance, but yeah, don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to say wrong things or do wrong. It's all part of the process. Next thing that we have on the list is be curious and keep an open mind. The world is full of opportunities and many of them you're not aware of yet. This is just something that I probably was doing, but I wasn't really aware of it. If you watched my last month's video where I talk about the things that you can do whilst you are waiting for like the job application results or like confirmation on your position, I talk about how important it is to just start something from scratch and start something new that you have zero experience in or you want to explore. And this point, it's that curiosity and just having that open mind to everything that will come your way, and something could be just right around the corner that could really change your life around or could change your trajectory and lead you to so many more opportunities and a different path that you could never imagined of. So keeping an open mind, staying curious. Oh, this one, okay, this is good. You are not supposed to know everything. No one does. Everyone you are working with had to start knowing nothing. Those worth listening to and sticking with will know this and give you the space to grow. I guess this again goes back to that striving for perfection, striving for no mistakes and being at the top of your game. It's all kind of tied into that, but this is more aimed towards the people that you will find yourself being surrounded by. And I remember looking up to people who had more experience than me when I first started in design, and I would just think, well, you know, they are doing so great and I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing. And it's like, why am I here? How am I gonna get there? But if you change that mindset around, thinking that, well, hold on, this person has been in the industry for a lot longer and they have learned a lot more, they have made a lot more mistakes, then it's a completely different mindset. Then you start to give yourself the permission to just be a little bit more chilled and to make your mistakes and to learn from those people. It's a safe feeling as well, like I say there, that everyone had to start from nothing, and to know that, to understand that, I feel like you just have that peace and feeling that you are safe where you are, because everyone has been in your shoes and everyone has moved on with their lives, and so will you. So stop stressing about it. Yeah, a good one. So the next one on the list is actually something that took quite a while to learn, because it's something that really comes over time, and I feel like even with age and experience, for sure. So that is, stay true to your values and dreams. If anything, dream even bigger. The world will test you, and in those hard times, your why will be the thing that will give you the push to carry on. Woo! Yes, love it. I don't know about you guys, but very often I feel like I'm just different, especially in the corporate world and in the day-to-day where things are quite normal. I feel like the stuff that I do, like being on this YouTube channel, making reels on Instagram and sharing content and creating my own course and doing all these things that are not quite the norm for an interior designer that works for someone else, or just interior designer in general. You know, we are expected to just go one way and have this one passion, and that's it. Whereas I feel like there are all these opportunities out there and I want to explore them and I want to do more. I want my life to be colorful, full with experiences. I want to wake up in the morning and be super excited about my day. So yeah, sometimes it feels like I'm just not quite the same as other people, and it can be quite discouraging, because you feel like, well, why should I be doing this? Oh, so should I not? Maybe it's not the right thing to do. Maybe I shouldn't say these things. But like I say there, in those hard times, your why, your reasoning, your vision, why you are doing what you're doing, that is what is going to get you through it. That really is the only thing that drags me out of those doubts and gives me that self-belief. Keep on going, keep doing what you want to do, and keep inspiring people and keep exploring the world. It is worth it. It is part of your vision. It is part of your journey, and you are here for a reason. You're doing it, you're going for it, and it's all part of the process. Next one is gold, absolute gold. Other people's opinions will not pay your bills. Other people are not living your life. If you believe in something, if you want to do something, then do it. And don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to people who are doing nothing or not doing what you are doing. Their opinion is absolutely irrelevant. You need to listen to people who are there where you want to be. Yes, that's the advice that you need to listen to. But someone who hasn't done what you are doing and isn't the kind of person that you want to be, bye. See you never. I do not need that opinion. You keep that to yourself. And once you realize that, it gives you so much more freedom to just be and do your own thing. This has been, honestly, it has been game changing. And the last one on the list I have is multiple income streams. Okay, let's just talk about income. So a big part of adulting and living in the real world is paying your bills. I think it's a very big issue that we are facing, and people need to have this conversation a lot more openly. Let's be honest, the price of the current life, the current world that we are living in is high, and it is getting higher because of all the things that have happened in the past, obviously in the last few years, and just the lifestyle change as well. And it is expensive. It is expensive to live the lives that we want to live. And let's be honest, there is a ceiling that an interior designer can earn. Even the designers who are working for themselves and who have their own companies, even they have a ceiling that they can earn. You know, there's only so many days in a week, there's only so many hours in the day that you can work and get your work done. So that is the physical work that you are doing and you are getting paid for, okay? Maybe not hourly, maybe hourly, but there is a limit. So what is it something that you can do to create another income stream? It could be passive, like they say, make money whilst you sleep. How can you build on your skills or on your experience? What can you do that can bring you in that extra bit of money here and there? And like you already can tell, I am a big dreamer, I have a big vision, and I want to live a life of time freedom and financial freedom. And unfortunately, the classic 9 to 5, or more like 9 to 6, can we talk about that as well? Who is still sticking with 9 to 5 because it's 9 to 6? Anyways, that is not gonna cut it. So if I could go back in time and just, I don't know, speak to my 20-year-old self, I would definitely sit her down and say to her, listen, the world that's coming is full of opportunities, and there is full of opportunities for multiple income streams. And if you really want to live the life that you have envisioned, then you need multiple income streams. So there are opportunities out there, but I hope that by just mentioning this and talking about this issue will hopefully open up your thinking and open up your mind to the possibilities out there. And if you end up creating another income stream, let me know. It will be interesting to see what you have figured out and what you have come up with. Okay guys, that is it of today's chit chat. It was a little bit of a different video. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, sometimes I just want to talk about stuff that is not directly connected to interior design, and I think lately there have been a lot of YouTubers coming out and saying that they feel like they were so restricted in their niche and how they've lost passion for it. And I don't want to lose passion for YouTube. I love it. I love filming content and I love connecting with you guys all over the world, wherever you are. And I don't want to fall out of love with that. So every now and then, just be prepared that there will be videos like these, okay? Right guys, that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have more time, stick around for these videos. You know, have a little look around. And if you want to connect on a bit of a deeper level, send me a voice note or a DM on Instagram, spaceforedit. But if I don't see you there and hear from you there, then I'll see you in the next video. Bye.